Assalamu alaikum my dear students. I hope that you are all well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIVS Home School. This is Mizanur Rahman, Assistant Professor of Islamic Studies of National University School, Day Shift, Bonasri, Dhaka. Today I am about to take an Islamic Studies class for the students of class 7. Our today's topic is Chapter 3, Lesson 12, Discussion. I will like to repeat again, Chapter 3, Lesson 12, Discussion. Today's lecture number 4, and I will give HW which number will be 4, and term annual 2021. Okay, dear students, let's come to the board and listen. Hadith Sharif. Today's lesson is chapter 3, lesson 12, about Hadith Sharif. Hadith is an Arabic word. This means word or saying. In Islamic term, the words, deeds and silent consents of the great Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam are called hadith. Okay, dear students, it is the definition of hadith from here to here. If come in the examination, what do you mean by hadith? Then you have to write down from here to here. Okay, the importance of hadith. Allah the Exalted sent many messengers for decades in order to lead the human beings towards the right path. They showed the true paths to mankind. They taught them about the virtues and lawful works practically. They were the ideals of mankind. Our dear Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was taught the last but he based of all the prophets. Okay, dear students, which sentence are have underlined, this is the very, very important sentence. So everyone should underline the same sentences and memorize the important sentences. Okay. Now more prophets will follow him until the Qiyamah. Everyone has to follow only all his ideals and teachings. Therefore, it is very essential to preserve all his words and deeds, We can follow him only when we learn about this. Al-Hadith is the preserver of all the good deeds Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Al-Hadith is the preserver of all the good deeds of Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam performed in his life. Through this we came to know about all the instructions and teachings the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave to us. If Al-Hadith had not been there, we would not have learned these things. So Hadith is undoubtedly very important for us to know in order to follow the virtues and lawful path. Hadith is the second origin of Islamic code of life. This sentence is the very, very important. Hadith is the second origin of the Islamic code of life. Hadith comes next to Al-Quran. It is also very important sentence. Which things come next to Al-Quran? Then answer will be Hadith. Hadith is a kind of explanation of Al-Quran. This sentence is also very, very important. What thing is the kind of explanation of Al-Quran? Then answer will be Hadith is the kind of explanation of Al-Quran. Allah has given many instructions in the Al-Quran. The great Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has explained those instructions to us in details. He taught all these rules and laws to the Sahabis practically. We can know all these things through Hadith. Allah said in the Holy Quran, وَمَا أَتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. Meaning, accept all that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam give to you and leave what he forbids you. Surah Al-Hashr, verse number 7. The importance of Hadith has been highlighted through this verse sent by Allah. So we will learn Hadith and try to follow that we learn. Okay, dear students, we know that Hadith is the second source of Islamic Sharia, and Hadith is the explanation of Al-Quran also. Because Allah the Almighty ordered a lot of things in the Holy Quran, but it is very shortly. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam give description of that laws or of that order. Such as Allah the Almighty ordered in the Holy Quran, Aqimus salata wa atuz zakah. Aqimus salah, O you who believer, you have to perform salat. But Allah don't details how we perform salat. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam give details in the hadith how we perform salat. Before starting salat, we have to take ablution. Then we have to some things which is called arkan of salat and ahkam of salat. But it is not included in the Holy Quran. Ahkam of salat, there are 7 ahkam of salat and 7 arkan of salat. It is also described in the only hadith. Okay, so we have to must know about the second source of Islamic Sharia as a hadith. Okay, dear students, now we will start Siha Sitta. Siha Sitta, the word Siha means pure and correct, and the word Sitta means 6. 6 books of pure hadiths are called Siha Sitta. Okay, dear students, it is the definition of Siha Sitta from here to here. If come in the examination, what do you mean by Siha Sitta? Then you have to write down Siha means 6 and Sitta means Siha means pure and Sitta means 6. And combinedly, 6 books of pure hadiths are called Siha Sitta. The correct Siha hadith of our dear Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have been compiled in the 6 books with the authentic description, authentic descriptions. These books help us learn about the hadith of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We will learn briefly about these 6 hadiths below. Number 1, Sahih Bukhari. Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Ismail Bukhari rahimahullah ta'ala is the collector of this book. Okay, dear students, this name is very, very important. Who is the collector of Sahih Bukhari, or who is the compiler of Sahih Bukhari? Then answer will be Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Ismail Bukhari rahimahullah ta'ala. He is known as Imam Bukhari. The book compiled by him was named after him as Sahih Bukhari. Okay, he chose from a vast collection of 6 lakhs hadiths and then compiled this book. Okay, dear students, this is also very, very important sentence. From how many hadiths collect Sahih Bukhari? Then answer will be from vast collection of 6 lakh hadiths, then compile this book. It is divided into 30 chapters. It is also very important sentence. If come in the examination, in Bukhari how many chapters have? Then answer will be 30 chapters. Sahih Bukhari is the most famous hadith book. It is considered as the most authentic book after the Al-Quran. This sentence is also very, very important. Which book is the most authentic book after the Holy Quran? Then answer will be Sahihul Bukhari is the most authentic book after the Holy Quran. Number 2, from the Siha Sitta, Sahih Muslim. Sahih Muslim is the second book of Siha Sitta. It is also important sentence. If come in the examination, who is the second book from Siha Sitta? Then answer will be Sahih Muslim. It terms of authenticity is the second to the Sahih Bukhari. This book was compiled by Abu Hussain Muslim ibn Hajjaj al-Qushayri. Okay, this is the very, very important. Who is compiled Sahih Muslim? Then answer will be Abu Hussain Muslim ibn Hajjaj al-Qushayri rahimahullah ta'ala. He chose from a collection of 3 lakh hadiths and compiled this book. This is also important sentence. From how many hadiths Sahih Muslim was compiled? Then answer will be 3 lakh hadiths. Number 3, from Siha Sitta, Jami Tirmizi. It was collected by Abu Hussain Muslim ibn. It was collected by Abu Isa Muhammad ibn Isa at-Tirmizi rahimahullah ta'ala. This name is very, very important. Who is the compiler of Sahih Tirmizi, Jami Tirmizi? Then answer will be Abu Isa Muhammad ibn Isa at-Tirmizi rahimahullah ta'ala compiled Jami Tirmizi. All types of hadiths has been compiled in this. It is said the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is assumed to be present and himself taking in the house of those who have this book. Okay, this is the very important book, Jami Tirmizi. It is said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is assumed to be present and talking himself in those house who have this book. Okay. Sunan Abu Dawud. This is the fourth book of Sahih Sitta. The name of the compiler of this book, Abu Dawud Sulaiman ibn As'ash, rahimahullah ta'ala. If come in the examination, by whom Sunan Abu Dawud was compiled, then answer will be Abu Dawud Sulaiman ibn As'ash, rahimahullah ta'ala, compiled Abu Dawud. The sequence of the contents of this book is high standard. This book was compiled after a selection of total 5 lakh hadiths. Okay, dear students, its sentence is also very, very important. From how many hadiths Sunan Abu Dawud was compiled? Then answer will be the book was compiled after a selection of total 5 lakh hadiths. Then answer will be from how many hadiths was compiled Abu Dawud? Answer will be from 5 lakh hadiths. Then fifth number book, Sunan Nasai, from Sitta. It was compiled by the great scholar of hadith Ahmad ibn Shuaib al-Nasai, rahimahullah ta'ala. If come in the examination, who was compiler of Sunan Nasai? Then answer will be Abu Isa Ahmad ibn Shuaib al-Nasai, rahimahullah ta'ala, was the compiler of Sunan Nasai. This has got a high standard layout. This is also very, very important sentence. This has got high standard layout. If come in the examination from the Sitta, whose book has high standard layout? Then answer will be Sunan Nasai has high standard layout from the Sitta. This book has special respect among the Sitta. Okay, dear students, now we'll start last number, Sunan Ibn Majah. This is the last book from the Sitta. This is the last book of the Sitta. It is also very, very important. If come in the examination, whose book is the last book from the Sitta? Then answer will be Sunan Ibn Majah is the last book from the Sitta. It was compiled by Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Yazid ibn Majah, rahimahullah ta'ala. Okay, dear students, if come in the examination, Sunan Ibn Majah compiled by whom? Then answer will be Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Yazid ibn Majah was compiled Sunan Ibn Majah. We will read all these hadiths when we grow up. We will learn about the sayings and deeds of our dear Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then we will lead our life following the teachings of this hadith. Okay, dear students, this is an after this lecture, and you have to must memorize about definition of hadith. What do you mean by hadith? And also must memorize what do you mean by Sitta. Okay, definition of Sitta, and also memorize short information about the Sitta, such as Sahih Bukhari. About Sahih Bukhari, compiler of Sahih Bukhari, Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Ismail Bukhari, rahimahullah ta'ala. He was collected about 6 lakh hadiths, then he compiled this book. And Sahih Bukhari is the second dependable book after the Holy Quran. This is the short information about Bukhari. Okay, dear students, you have to must memorize the short information about all Sitta books, and also must memorize the importance of hadith. Okay, dear students, it's an today's class. Now I want to give HW on the basis of today's lecture. Today's HW, and today's HW number is 4. Today's HW number 4. And headline of today's HW, what do you mean by Sitta? Write short information about it. Okay, dear students, you have to write down definition of Sitta from here, start from here and definition here finished. This is Sihasitta. And write short information about it. It means write short information about Sihasitta, Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Jami Tirmizi, Sunan Abu Dawud, Sunan Nasai, Sunan Ibn Majah. You have to must memorize the compiler of these 6 books and from how many hadiths collect this book and how many chapters have Sahih Bukhari and which is the most dependable and authentic book after the Holy Quran and how many hadiths Sahih Muslim was compiled, who was the compiler of this hadith, Sahih Muslim, and which is the second book from the Sihasitta, like this. You have to must memorize this short information and you have to do assigned HW for short information, only short information do your assigned HW and also memorize. Okay, dear students, I hope that you have understood this topic clearly. Keep practicing at home, avoid by parents, stay well, see you again inshallah with another topic. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.